Hey YouTube, what's up? Dr. T here, and welcome to the Altcoin Express and my hometown, St. Petersburg, Florida, where we target turning 23,000 of Ethereum into a cool million in under 5 years, trading altcoins on the Bitcoin exchange. So I'm currently in ontology, and I'm setting some bounds as a first approximate to where its upper and lower ranges will be. I'm using the top of the first rise as its upper bound, as an experimental value for use in calculations, and the lower bound is set by its rising bottom to its declining current position. Now what we want to know is what the percentage difference is here. This window is a movable window. We don't really know what the absolute range is. This is the first order approximation. So I want to determine what the percentage upside is, and then we'll go over and look at Cardano, which the other day I said was worth selling out of and getting into ontology. And we'll do the same kind of analysis with that using the same window. That's what I'm trying to determine right now. What's the percentage upside metric, so that we've got a comparable between the two. So I dropped a vertical from a useful level because I wanted a whole round number. So we've got relative 7,500, so we'll put that down, 7,500, and then we'll do the calculation. And it nicely goes up to another straight line, which is 1050, 1050. So we just need to do the calculation. Woo, that's bright. This is my area for doing calculations in. So 10,500, and oh, I need that number. Can't use that one. Let me edit that. I need that number. This is the variable. So 10,500. We set this at 7,500. So we're looking at a 40% range there. So we have that data now, and we're going to wander over to ARDANO. And I'm starting to set up a similar line. So I've drawn the bottom baseline, and instead of bounding it up on the current line, I will measure what a 40% upside is from here, and we'll set that as the relative bound between these two. So this analysis is being done on TradingView website. What we do is we take the bottom here, find out what his low is, which is low is, oh, not the low, we want the all-time bottom. Yeah, the low is 26346. Let's get that. 26346. We're going to calculate a 40% upside from that, and we'll put that as the start of the upper bounded range. So we put our numbers into our calculator. That's our low, and our projected high 40% up will be 36885. Now we've got that number, and we'll set that bound and then draw a parallel. So first let's drop a vertical to that point, and then we'll make the other one cross it. So we're on this line here. Get it right. That's not big enough. All right. Let's set our vertical on that line. What was our bound? 3.6. Lock that in. Have I got that right? Sort of. So where is our 3.6? Down here. Okay. So now we're going to take our upper bound and set it to what that is, 36885. Come down. 36885. Down a bit. 3.6. It won't be exact because you can't get it exact. Get on that vertical. 36814, 36846. Locked it. Okay, we've got that bound locked. Now we just go and plunk in the upper bound on the escalated line base. I'll do that, come back. So I had to reset that line, was off a little bit. So pick a nice number that's on a good parallel, that's crossing our line. So we'll pick 4200 and we're going to pop in a vertical from 4200, and then we'll have our measurement base forward doing the next up line. Could be any line you want, doesn't matter what the number is, it's just that it happens to be crossing the 4200 line, so we want it to cross just here. Got that right. Pop in a vertical and make sure it's vertical. So we're well above that line now. It's kind of we got nothing to really sit off the oh, there you go, we got our dotted line. See our dotted line? So that shows us where the vertical is. So pop that in. Now we're going to calculate our 40% up crossover point. So we'll do that. So I've done that. You can see the number 4200. Our crossover point is 6300. So let's set the other line. So that line seems to be a little too far out, so I'm going to recalibrate it back a bit. So I'm recalibrating it back on this 4000 line, and let's just 8 4s are 32. That's an easy one, isn't it? My bad. 4 4s are 16, so 5600. Recalibrate that. 5600 is that upper bound. Let's put that in. So let's do it live. We've got our upper line here. We're going to drag it over. Doesn't matter where you drag it to, just make sure you find where it crosses the 5600 line. And then we've got our parallel. Oh, it's way. Hang on a sec. My bad. It's not percentage upside, it's relative absolute rise in the value of the coin. So let me go back, do that. I'm a bit of a dummy. I'm trying to teach people stuff and I don't even know what I'm talking about. So the bottom here is 26346. Top here is, the number is 36885. We want to know what that difference is. So I had to move that, use the different block. So our difference is 10539, so that's the ascending difference. Okay, so we take the line that we want to pick on, our 4000. We're going to add our 10539 to it, which comes out to 505. We'll just round it off to 40. Now we've got our number. Now we've got it right. So now we can drop this to 50. What? Still up there, isn't it? Oh, there we go. There's the number 505. Let's get it right. 505.47. That's good enough to go. Now I must say that these lines are fluid. The top is a bound, which we've set, and coincidentally, no, we set this as an upper threshold to what is on ontology. It just happened to be relative to the same point. So it's the lower bound which will move, because we don't know if its current gradient is overexpressed. Time will show that. If it comes down and lowers the gradient, then we will change the gradient. Line will also change the position of this line relative, because its angle will have changed. So currently, that's how one could compare two individual coins through time. So let's say that we're taking ontology as a base for comparing with other coins. We know ontology rises over time. We will set that as our base marker. Then you can do this respective analysis on any other coin and see how it is performing relative to ontology. And going forward over time, that will the ontology line, which is very, very new, will undoubtedly kind of change. And this whole business is new, so you really don't know what the long term is. You know, they've only been going for 6 months, 9 months, which is kind of trivial. Look at the beginning of the Dow. So when we get this out a while, you'll be able to start setting some more realistic kind of ranges for things. But for now, we can say that I don't know. We can say much at all. They are within relatives of one another right now. So let's look between the two. There's an interesting correlation here, in as much that Cardano is going up, ontology is going down. Isn't that a beautiful perspective? You buy off on one, sell off onto the other. Now that's a possibility. So they're all relative, remember, because we've set these lines. So ontology is reaching its low. Ardano is reaching its high. I said the other day, a reason for selling off on Ardano and buying ontology. Well, here's the reason. One is climbing, one is bottoming. And we know ontology is pretty much on its bottom, because it's just about to be turning, and that's a long-term pretty much guarantee. So, sorry about that. I didn't mean to go up there. So right now with this peaking, it's certainly reaching its upper range. Right now it's pretty good to switch over. This is going to come on a descending line. That's going to go up on a rising line, and you in this local time frame for selling at high and buying at low. All right, there you go. So we'll conclude this little analysis. This is going to change over time, but we'll keep these two perspectives together, because they might prove to be very useful for selling off on one and buying off on another. And once again, you can do this analysis between any two coins. You just need to have a baseline. You start off with one base coin like ontology and compare that to anything else. And when ontology is down and you find another coin that's peaking, and you've got good metrics on it, then you can do this switch over of sell off on one, buy off on another kind of thing. So that's it for now. Hope you find this interesting and useful.